All right, we're back with another episode of the Common Man's Take on Sports with Kevin
and Quentin.
All right, Quentin, let's talk a little bit of NFL. So they just finished up Week 6, and I think there was some games that weren't surprising. The Chiefs Broncos game was surprising because I thought the Chiefs would win by more. So the fact they won 19-8 was kind of surprising to me. Vikings, Bears. Bears are experts now at finding ways to lose games. They lost to the Vikings 19-3. No surprise there.
19-13.
The important news out of that game, though, is Justin Fields is now hurt. They say dislocated his thumb, and he has no timetable for return. Sounds to me like they're probably going to shut him down for the season and just buy for the number 1 draft pick. Which, by the way, if the Panthers continue to lose, they will have the number 1 and number 2 draft pick. Ravens took care of business in London against the Titans. Texans beat the Saints. That surprised me a little bit. I thought New Orleans would win that game. Niners and Browns. That surprised me. However, I do know that in the first half, the Niners did lose McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, and Trent Williams all early. So that probably attributed a little bit to their offense struggling a bit. But the Browns do have one of the best defenses in the leagues. Their offense might not be that good, but their defense is. So you got to give it up to the Browns. The Browns played really good defense. They have this season. So Commanders beat the Falcons. That was a toss-up for me anyway. 24-16. Jaguars beat the Colts. I knew that would happen. I predicted the Jaguars would win that division, and I'm still sticking with them winning that division. Bengals beat the Seahawks 17-13. The Bengals have been on a run lately, and they are now 3-3 and moving up. The Ravens now lead that division with a 4-2 record, but the Bengals are right behind them on their tail. Dolphins, Panthers. Everybody knew what the outcome of that one would be. It was just a matter of time. Panthers kept them at, but Panthers have a really good defense. And their defense kept Miami at bay in the first half, but the second half they got tired. Miami just ran away with it, 42-21. I think the Panthers could go 0-17 this year. 0-17, and that's not good for Frank Reich's new first season at the helm. Raiders beat the Patriots, which is no surprise. The Patriots are another team that's on a losing streak. Jets beat the Eagles. That was the other surprise of the week. Jets beat the Eagles 20-14. Well, that surprised me. Lions destroyed the Buccaneers 20-6. Rams beat the Cardinals 26-9. And the Bills beat the Giants 14-9. I was surprised the Bills struggled in that game. I said it before, and I'll say it again. I believe the New York Giants are overrated. And I think the Bills should have won by more than that. But the Bills have been kind of up and down. But they are 4-2. And of course, last night, the Cowboys and the Chargers, 22-17 Cowboys. But honestly, I wasn't exactly impressed with the Cowboys' performance. I think they left a lot to be desired. I'm not sold on their bounce back win. I think they have a lot to prove to me that they're even better than Niners, but even competitive. They're not even leading their own division. The Eagles are at 5-1. So if I'm going down with my rankings for this week for the NFL, who I think the top teams are, I'm going to go with the 49ers at number 1, the Eagles at 2. I think both, even though they both lost this past weekend, up until this point, they have both been extremely dominant and just they have been really, really good. Number 3, I'm going to go with the Lions. I think the Lions are still playing extremely well, and I'm going to tell you right now, they are going to be a force for the rest of the season and into the playoffs. 4 for me are the Chiefs. The only reason why I have the Chiefs below the Lions is, I don't know. I feel like even though the Chiefs are 5-1, there's a couple of games that could have went either way for them. They could have won or lost those. Matter of fact, when they played against the Broncos, I felt like was too close for comfort for them. I really think that they need to play a little bit better. I don't know what's going on with them, but they're definitely struggling a bit. Number 5 for me would be the Dolphins. The Dolphins would be, I think they've been playing really well. They're 5-1. They're up there. Number 6, I want to lean towards the Bills, but the Bills have been kind of unimpressive. So to be honest, I think I'm going to have to go with the I'll go with the Cowboys here at number 6. I'll go Cowboys. Number 7, Ravens. I think the Ravens I think that they're figuring out their offense now. I think the new offensive coordinator, Todd Monken, has figured out how to utilize Lamar Jackson with the tools that he has. And I think that offense is starting to look a lot better. The defense is also, even with the injuries they've had, they're very good. They've held a lot of teams. So that would be my number 7. And number 8 is going to be the Jaguars. We'll go with the Jags on that one. I think they've been playing really good football lately also. And I think that they're one of the better teams right now. After that, I'm gonna go with I was on the Seahawks bandwagon, but man, they've kind of fallen off a little bit lately. I think I'm gonna go Bengals. Bengals for number 9. I think they're my number 9 team right now. They're on the cusp of being number 8. They're number 9 right now. I like the way the Bengals have been playing lately. They've been playing some pretty tough games and winning. So that's my number 9. My number 10 would have to be... Boy, that's a tough one. It's kind of a toss-up after that. You got the Seahawks, the Buccaneers, the Rams, the Commanders, the Raiders, Steelers, Jets. You could go any direction there. I think right now for my 10th team, I'm gonna go on a limb here. I'm gonna go Raiders. I'll give the Raiders the 9 for the way they've been playing lately. That's my top 10 teams in the NFL right now. So, what do you think? Give me some of your surprises from this past week, and then who your top 10 teams are right now in the NFL.
Some surprises that I got for last Sunday were also the Chiefs and Broncos. You know, I expected the Chiefs to score more points against the Broncos, not 19. I expected more points from the Chiefs. You know, their defense was good against the Broncos, but I just feel like that they could have racked up more points in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Then, Saints and Texans. That one surprised me because I thought the Saints were gonna win that one, but I didn't think the Texans were gonna be that kind of that tough against the Saints. You know, the Texans defense just demolished the Saints.
You know, now we're talking about that game. I will say that I was very skeptical about the quarterback for the Texans out of Ohio State,
C.J.
Stroud, but he's really come along. He's done pretty well, so I can't say too much about him. He was 13 of 27 in that game, though, for 199 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 pick. So 48% completion percentage, but the Saints do have a very good defense.
Yeah.
But he's not been too bad. He's been okay. He's quietly putting together a pretty decent season for a rookie quarterback. He's got 1,660 passing yards, which puts him 4th in the league. 9 passing touchdowns, which puts him 9th in the league. He has 55 rushing yards, but of course, even in college, he wasn't really known for his rushing stats, right? So he has 1 interception, so not too bad for a young rookie. He's doing pretty good. I was skeptical, but he struggled out of the gate there a little bit, but he's really kind of started to fit in, found his way, and I've got to give him some credit there. He's done pretty well.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, his first 6 games, I was thinking that Stroud wasn't going to be the best QB in year 1, but right now he's turning out to be pretty good. His stats, as you just read, are looking pretty good, and I think the Texans might surprise people like they've already had for these first 3 weeks. You know, they're 3-3.
Mm-hmm.
Last year they couldn't even achieve 3 wins. I don't think so. Another game that surprised me was the Browns and 49ers. This one kind of surprised me, but the injuries didn't make me surprised because you got McCaffrey gone, and then you got Deebo Samuel gone, and you know those are your top 2 key and those are your key players that you need on an offense. I think that's why the 49ers lost. But I did think the 49ers were going to come away with a win here, but I'm surprised that the Browns won that game. Was this in Cleveland? Yeah, this was in Cleveland.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the Commanders and Falcons game. Commanders came out with a win, 24-16. That kind of surprised me because I expected the Falcons to win that one. I did not expect the Commanders to win that one because the Commanders aren't that good of a team because they went 2-0 and then they lost 3 straight. So, yeah, they were 2-3.
All good points.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was thinking that the Commanders were going to lose here to the Falcons because the Falcons have been looking all right. They've been looking pretty good. But I thought the Falcons were going to win because that was at Atlanta. So, another one that surprised me was the Seahawks and Bengals. Seahawks and Bengals surprised me because the Seahawks didn't rack up much points on that one. Only 13 points, you know.
Bengals is coming around. I think whatever was ailing Joe Burrow at the beginning of the year, he's gotten over. He's played a lot better since. So I think they're starting to come around into form here, week 7.
Yeah, I think that cap was bothering him, especially in the Ravens game. It was bothering him, but now, I think his cap is fine now, and I think he's getting way better. So yeah, I think that whatever happened to that team, to the Bengals, they're starting to turn their season around because they went 0-2, which is not normal for a team that made it to the AFC Championship. Moving on, so the game that surprised me was the Jets and Eagles. I watched almost all that game. Watched until about 2.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I expected the Eagles to win since there was 2.5 minutes left, and all the Eagles needed to do was just keep the ball and run the clock down, keep it in their possession, and they win the game. But I didn't expect them to get a turnover because this is what surprises me here. Jalen Hurts got 3 interceptions. 3 interceptions. That's just not normal. I was confused of how he got 3 interceptions against the Jets defense is okay. They're not bad, but I didn't expect Jalen Hurts to get 3 interceptions in one game. I was feeling like he could have got at least 1 interception on that game, but not 3. I think that really, him getting 3 interceptions probably really affected that game, and that gave the Jets more time of possession to get the ball downfield and score. But 2014, wow, 14 points for the Eagles. That's not normal. And game that surprised me, this last one, would be the Giants and Bills. Bills came out with a win. I expected that, but I expected them to rack up more points. The Giants were without their starting QB, Daniel Jones, because of an injury he got against the Dolphins. So, I did expect the Giants to lose because I have a feeling they're overrated. But, I expected the Bills to get more points in this game. I did not expect them to get 14, just make it a 5-point win. I didn't expect that. I feel like that should have been a huger upset, or not upset, huger win.
Bigger win.
Yeah, for the Bills. Time of possession was differential because the Giants had 31 minutes and the Bills had 28 minutes. That kind of surprised me because the Giants, let's see. Dang. Bills got 169 total yards passing, 128 total yards rushing, and looks like their offense wasn't really going. So yeah, it surprised me right there. Then my top 10 standings for after week 6. Number 1, I'm gonna go with the 49ers. I feel like the 49ers deserve to be number 1 because of how the Eagles played against the Jets.
Okay.
And that really surprised me. So, the 49ers played a tough game. So, I say 49ers number 1. And my number 2 team, I'm gonna go with the Eagles. Eagles, I think they deserve to be number 2. They played okay against the Jets in the first quarter,
Mm-hmm.
First quarter was a fast start, but they couldn't. They just couldn't continue in the second half. The second half, they kind of fell apart in that game.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going with the Eagles at number 2. Number 3 team, I'm going to go with I'm gonna go with the Lions right here. I think the Lions are a really good team. They deserve to be number 3. Then my number 4 team is going to be I'm gonna go with the Dolphins. Dolphins are looking like a pretty good team. Dolphins are looking like a pretty good team because they're 5-1, and that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
5-1 start, it's pretty good. So I'm gonna go with the Dolphins as my number 4 team. My number 5 team, I'm gonna go ahead and go with number 5 will be I'm gonna go with the Chiefs right here. Number 5 will be the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs deserve to be number 5. They didn't play the regular Chiefs football against the the Broncos. I have a feeling that they don't deserve to be in the top 3. I feel like the top 5 would be the best fit for them.
Okay.
My number 6 team will be I'm gonna go. I would pick the Bills on this one, but the way they play against the Giants, just unacceptable, so I'm going to go with the Ravens. Number 16 will be the Ravens. Ravens are a good football team. I think Todd Monken has really made the Ravens offense better than last season.
Mm-hmm.
I think now he knows what to do with Lamar Jackson. Like certain players like him who can run the ball and pass the ball. I think right now he knows certain plays to do with Lamar Jackson, and that's making the Ravens great at offense. So I'm gonna put the Ravens number 6.
Mm-hmm.
Number 17, I'm gonna go with the Jaguars.
Okay.
Jaguars have looked pretty good. Throughout the first 6 weeks.
Man, you're dropping the Cowboys down, huh?
Damn.
Wow, okay. No, I'm sorry. Go, keep going. I was waiting for you to say the Cowboys, but you have not said them yet. Keep going.
I forgot about the Cowboys.
No, that's all right. Keep going.
Let's see. What else? Bills. I haven't called the Bills yet. I'm going to go with the Cowboys at number 8. Cowboys did not play great against the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
And Chargers, they played all right. So I'm going to put them at number 8. Number 9 team, let's see. I'm going to go with the Bills. I think the Bills, what they did, how they played against the Jets wasn't the best, and how they played against the Giants wasn't the best. So I'm going to go with them as a number 9 team.
Mm-hmm.
Then number 10, see, it's the Bucks, Seahawks, Raiders. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They've played good, but you know what? How they handled the Saints, their defense was great, and I think that the Buccaneers deserve to be number 10 because they are leading their division. So I think they deserve to be in the top 10. So that's my top 10.
All right, not bad, not bad. Man, Cowboys didn't even make your top 10. Oh yeah, they did. They made number 8, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Can't argue. I had him at number 6, so you only had him 2 spots below me. So I'm not. That's not here nor there. So to be honest, I followed the Panthers for a while because I like Steve Smith, but I really haven't had a favorite NFL team. To be honest, the three most exciting teams that I've watched this year have been the Niners, the Detroit Lions, and the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson's must-see TV. That dude does stuff that I've never seen a quarterback do before. As far as he's actually revolutionized himself this year. He did something that Cam Newton, Randall Cunningham, and Michael Vick struggled to do. All were running quarterbacks just like Lamar, right? And they were all fast. But the difference is Lamar has learned to stand in the pocket and deliver the ball. He wants to be not just a running quarterback, he wants to be a pocket quarterback. And to watch him evolve this year and stand in that pocket and deliver throws, Lamar Jackson has to be the best dual threat quarterback I think I've seen. And he's exciting to watch. So I like watching the Ravens because I like watching Lamar play. And I like the defense. They always have a really good defense. The Lions have been exciting with Jared Goff down there and Aiden Hutchinson and that defense. Man, like they've been exciting to watch. And then obviously the Niners. The Niners have been Brock Purdy. I mean, whether you're a Niners fan or not, man, you got to root for Brock Purdy. Mr. Irrelevant. And look what he's doing right now. Like, that's cool. You know, so those are the 3 teams I've liked watching this year so far. They're all pretty exciting to watch.
Good.
But yeah, those have been my favorite teams to watch this year.
Okay. My favorite teams to watch this year would be Dolphins.
Okay.
The Lions.
You know, the Dolphins are exciting to watch. You're right.
And the Ravens.
Okay. All right.
You know, what Lamar Jackson is doing is something that I don't think any other quarterback will ever be able to do.
I don't know about that, but it'll be pretty difficult. Like he's definitely doing something different from everybody else.
Yeah, he can run, he can throw, he can almost do anything.
I think that he's been kind of looked over because he hasn't quite had the weapons that say, the Chiefs have had for, when they had Tyreek Hill and Juju Smith-Schuster and some other wide receivers there. He hasn't had quite the weapons that some of the other quarterbacks in the leagues have had. And I think that he's done it without that type of talent around him. This year he has a lot more talent around him, a lot better talent. But I definitely think what he's doing is incredible. It's awesome to watch.
Yeah, I agree with you. The Lions. I've always kind of liked the Lions since 2021 when they drafted Aiden Hutchinson. I thought they were going to be a better team.
Well, they were rebuilding at the time. They'd been in purgatory for a long time, just like the Panthers. Unfortunately for the Panthers, the Lions are now officially out of purgatory.
Panthers still...
I always liked Steve Smith and Julius Peppers. I like Steve Smith because he was different as a wide receiver. you never saw a wide receiver that abused the defensive players like he. Like he wasn't afraid of anybody, and he was an angry man. And he used to throw DBs down to the ground. You usually don't get to see offensive players throw defensive players down and kind of bully them. And that was cool to watch him. Like Steve Smith was fun to watch. That's why I liked watching him when he played for the Panthers. That's why I liked watching the Panthers. I really just liked watching Steve Smith. Steve Smith was a monster. And then when Cam Newton was there, I enjoyed watching Cam. Cam was pretty exciting to watch.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching some of the highlights of Cam Newton back when he played for the Panthers. And, when he led them to the Super Bowl, Super Bowl 50 against the Broncos, he was a great player. And he, Cam Newton was a pretty good player to watch. He was like Lamar Jackson, but Lamar Jackson is just kind of better than Cam Newton.
Yeah, absolutely. He's way better than Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Let's shift gears a little bit here. The WNBA Game 4 tonight, 7 p.m. If the Aces win, they win the championship. If the Liberty win at home, then they push it to Game 5. We'll see what happens, man. I'll be excited to watch it and see the end result. And one more thing here real quick on baseball. I'm telling you right now, the Texas Rangers completely destroyed all my predictions. And so right now, as it stands, they're up 2-0 on the Astros. Unless they just have a monumental collapse, I think the Rangers are going to be in the World Series. I think the Rangers might actually win the World Series. The Diamondbacks lost to the Phillies the first game. They're playing their second game tonight. They're playing right now, I believe. So we'll see what happens in that one. But, man, the Rangers are on fire right now. Like, they're hot. So we'll see what happens there. But you got anything you want to add to that?
Yes. Let me see. Okay. Rangers. Yeah. So the Phillies beat the Diamondbacks yesterday, and I thought, it was yesterday. I thought that the Diamondbacks would make it a tough game, but let me check the stats.
And I'm watching this LA Kings Winnipeg game. It's pretty good. Go ahead. What are you watching a little bit of NHL here?
Yeah. The Phillies kind of made it hard for the Diamondbacks right now because the Diamondbacks scored three runs while the Phillies beat them 5-3.
Mm-hmm.
That is, the Diamondbacks usually score like 5 or more runs during the playoffs.
Phillies are kind of on fire too. I'll give them that. Like they're rocking it out right now too. So I can't take anything away from them either.
Yeah, Phillies. What they did to the Braves was just complete torture.
Mm-hmm.
Through a 4-game series, complete torture.
Yeah.
And now what they're doing to the Diamondbacks right now is the same. Complete torture. Because the Diamondbacks usually, this season in playoffs, score 5 runs or more. And they held them to just 3 runs. And that's actually really good. For a team that dominated the Dodgers, and for a team that dominated the Milwaukee Brewers, who swept both of them. That's just right there, great defense.
All right.
So I think the Phillies
will win that one.
Yeah, I think the Phillies will make it to the World Series.
We'll see what happens tonight.
Yeah, but lose to the Rangers.
Rangers are hot, and this Winnipeg LA Kings game is pretty good. It's still 0-0 after the first quarter, but man, they're really getting after it. The I agree. The Rangers are hot right now. Phillies are hot, but man, the Rangers look really good on both pitching and batting. Like they look really, they're playing a really clean game. They look good. They look really good right now. So right now they're my favorite. They could cool off at any time, but right now they're really on running through the gauntlet there. And they're everybody they face. They're owning them. So that's why they're my favorite right now to win the World Series because of the way they're playing. But that could always change. Baseball's funny like that. It could change tomorrow. So
yeah, like the Braves. People were expecting them to win the World Series, and they just flat out
fell on their face.
Yep, flat out fell apart against the Phillies. So yeah, the Rangers could get beat by the Astros, and this is let me see. So yeah, these are 7 games. Okay. Yeah, so Astros could beat the Rangers in the next 4 games.
Yeah.
It could happen.
Oh yeah, right now it looks like they're gonna sweep them. So I don't know. The Rangers look good.
The Astros could win 4 games in a row and beat the Rangers.
Yeah.
But just 2 more games, and the Rangers will sweep the Astros.
Yep. Well, that's it for our show today. We thank you guys for listening. Don't forget, we have a YouTube page too. Our YouTube channel. We post all our episodes there. Please either subscribe and download our episodes from a podcast platform. One of our many podcast platforms are on. Leave us comments. Like us, subscribe to us, or YouTube, watch us, subscribe to us, like us, leave comments, let us know how we're doing, let us know if there's something you want us to talk about on our show. We truly appreciate you guys watching and listening, and we hope you continue, and we hope that you spread our show to your friends and family and grow our show even more than it already is. We thank you for your support. And you guys have a good night.